Broadcasting from the fabulous Secrette bar in downtown Toronto, this is a 3-minute LeDrew interview. I'm joined now by Mitzie Hunter, Member of Parliament, Provincial Parliament for Scarborough in Toronto, and former Cabinet Minister, prominent legislator, and welcome to the show. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter and talk about racism in Canada, because I want to put to you that there are smart people in all organizations, but some people and some of the antics of Black Lives Matter turn people off the cause. Do you agree with that?
I think the cause is worthy of the effort, and right now we have a change moment, Stephen, and I think that all of us need to pay attention to what is happening in this moment. We had the public killing of a black man, and everyone saw it on social media and on broadcast television.
And no one who has seen it or heard about it condones it. No one.
Right. But a lot of people are waking up to it. And so...
So how should that be? How should we deal with that then? How should we change society as a result of that? People waking up to it. So what do you want to have happen?
What I want to have happen is I want Black people in Canada, the 1.2 million of us that live here, to be treated as equal, to have the rights that every other Canadian has.
And many people would say that they do. So when you're talking, and there is racism though, so when you're saying you want them treated as equals, what changes should be brought about? Because people would say, well, you're equal before the law, even though there should be some cases where I'm sure they are not treated equally. So how do you bring that change about?
I challenge equal before the law when you look at, how many shootings happen for Black and Indigenous people in Canada at the hands of police, frankly. And, it's not proportioned to the population numbers.
So
there's a problem
what should we deal
there.
With that?
How
do we deal with it?
When we look at those who are incarcerated, Indigenous and Black people are overrepresented in our systems.
So I hear you, Mitzie. It's a fact. So what do we deal with that? What would you like to do if you were the dictator of Canada? How would you change things now?
I also want to say, Stephen, when I look at the social determinants of health, so health outcomes, education outcomes, employment outcomes, Black people are not doing as well as the average Canadian. And that has to change. But
we need answers, Mitzie. Give me an answer for this audience.
Well, what I want to say to you is that has to change. And Canadians have to recognize that there is a problem, that there is systemic racism. We have to acknowledge that system needs to be changed, that it disadvantages Black people, starting with Black children, even in the education system. Right? So I'm the former Minister of Education, and I saw the gap when it comes to graduation rates, when it comes to achievement rates for Black students. And so I implemented an Education Equity Secretariat to correct those imbalances. And we need to persist on that. We need to go further. We need to make the teaching of Black history a mandatory part of the curriculum system here in Ontario and in Canada.
Okay, Mitzie, thank you. And that's the 3-minute interview. Thank you for watching. We have many more interviews like that in production. We are going to be having the interviews that you will not see on the mainstream media. If you like it, please subscribe to the LeDrew 3-minute interview.